Video. I hope that this finds you in an energy of love, peace, and prosperity, or you just chilling, you just resting. All right, we're gonna get into another energetic read. If you didn't check out my one that I just posted, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. All right, but we about to get into it real quick. All right, so we rolling the dice. We're gonna see what the next message is. All right, so we got Mercury, all right, and then we got the number 8, okay. So Mercury is centered around communication, all right. This could be your communication style. This could be someone wanting to come in and communicate something with you, all right. It affects your language and decision making process, all right. So since we got the number 8, we're going to go ahead and pull 8 cards. All right. And then we'll just do some clarification on those cards as well. All right. I'm also seeing Neptune and the number 7. So you could be having some sort of dreams or something that you have been dreaming about doing is finally coming into an alignment, and you're going to get some kind of communication about that, and that's going to make you happy. Because not only am I seeing Neptune, but I'm also seeing the sun. All right. And then so the number 7. All right. So communication about something good. All right. But not 100% sure, which is why we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot and see what we have from the divine for a message for you. Okay. Also, this number 8 is giving me that this is something that you've been working on for a while, all right? Something that you had to put a lot of strength into, all right? A lot of courage, all right? So we're going to get into it and see what it's all about. All right, so card that flipped over first, that's going to be the leading energy concerning this conversation. All right, the next card that we have out is the King of Wands. All right, we got it in the upright, so that's good. So you could be demonstrating a lot of character as far as being a leader, someone who's very not only a leader, but somebody who shows up and like is physically attractive. All right, somebody who knows how to get the job done spiritually with a sense of intellect, all right, and an assertiveness and sort of independent that a lot of people don't have. All right, this is a person who shows up with a sense of loyalty, all right, a sense of optimism, all right, a sense of charm. Okay, very mature. All right. The energy on this is Cancer and Leo. All right. So it's somebody who knows how to love. All right. But also knows how to show up in this energy of, you know, being strong. All right, so let's look at this real quick as the cards are not wanting to come out for us, okay? So first card, leading energy, all right, communication, all right, is feeling like somebody else is taking the lead of a situation, all right, feeling a little defeated, feeling a little lost along the journey, okay? All right, so this is very much the opposite of this card, all right? So this is someone who is experiencing some sort of delay, all right? And maybe from this delay, you're learning how to stand in this energy of being a leader, all right? It's like you're not allowing the delay or the sense of defeatedness to allow you to sit and soak in an energy of failure, all right? Next card we have is the Three of Swords, all right? So you could have lost something that was major to you, a relationship, a connection, some sort of contract, all right? Some sort of emotional pain, all right? Not only emotional within your spirit, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like this caused you some mental chaos as well, all right? Maybe you didn't have proper boundaries set up, all right, for something that you was working on, all right? But it's definitely a lost love, all right? Um, let's get into it a little further and see what we got. All right, let's see what it is. All right, so we got the Queen of Cups. All right, so we got the Queen of Cups out here, and then we have the King of Wands out here. All right, and they're kind of staggered in between this bad energy, all right, which is the Six of Wands in reverse and the Three of Swords. So what I'm picking up from this is like you have to do a lot of work within your soul in order to kind of really heal yourself, all right? Learn to love on yourself, learn to love on the parts of you that you may have not wanted other people to see, all right? And heal through those wounds until you were able to repair them, all right? And then show up who you knew you could be, which is a true leader, all right? This is someone, Queen of Hearts, very empathetic, all right? Very understanding, very mysterious, all right? Someone who understands the emotions of people and how, you know, things like defeat and things like heartbreak can cause people to kind of sit in energies that they're not supposed to stay in for long, all right? So if you're not in this energy of healing and being a leader, all right, someone could be wanting to communicate to you, all right, to build you up, all right? You could be expecting a call or email or something that's going to turn your bad situation into something more positive. All right, so Divine, give me 4 more cards to go ahead and wrap up the clarification on this. All right, some of the zodiacs that we do have popping out already. We do have Leo on the board 2 times. All right, we have Cancer on the board twice. All right, and then we have Libra and Gemini. So you could be in a situation with those zodiacs and or maybe one of these signs resonate with you. All right, so we got this 8 of Pentacles on its side, all right? The top of the card is going to the left, so I'm going to take it in the reverse, all right? So again, this is falling under that negative energy about, you know, you feeling defeated with the six of Wands in reverse, all right, as well as the 8 of Pentacles falling out in reverse as well. So this is giving like maybe your intentions towards something you were working on were not really in the line of morality that they needed to be in order for a win. All right, it's giving like you were cheating on an assignment and expecting a win from it. All right, it's giving that you didn't really have the skills that you needed in order to win in the area in which you were working in. All right, it's giving poor workmanship. All right, so if you didn't give it your all right, and you didn't do it with a sense of intention and integrity, it's like, of course, it's like you could expect to fail. All right, but then you have to take that lesson from that failure and apply it so that you can, you know, do the work that you need to do internally to work on yourself, to heal yourself in order to show up as a true leader. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do too much clarification on this because, Divine, what is the next 3 cards? The 8 of Swords wanted to pop out. So this is a matter that you could be very much trapped in your head about, with the 8 of Swords almost popping out but didn't quite pop out. All right, so this is a decision that you made. All right, a faulty decision. Maybe you went into some work with some people in some places and some things you had no business going into work with, and now it has you up, stuck, and worried. All right, maybe what you've done has affected other people, and it's like your desire and your will towards this certain situation just has you kind of like worried. Okay, all right, or maybe someone's wanting to come in, clear up some stuff, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so we got the Sun card, and then we also had the 3 of Wands. All right, so it's like you're looking for things to improve, you're looking for things to get better, you're looking for things to expand. All right, you're looking for, it's like you have this sense of optimism and ambition. All right, that your status will improve. All right, you're very competitive within your spirit. All right, you know that you've done the work to show up as a leader. All right, or you're getting to that place of where you've done the work to show up as a leader so that you can see improvements in your life after maybe learning like a tough lesson. All right, so we have the 5 of Wands. All right, so with this 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands, or 5, 3, and King of Wands. So that is 9. Or no. Let me do that again. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so yeah, it's like you have had to do a lot of work spiritually, all right, in order to release yourself from, it's giving like materialism. All right, you're having to communicate with yourself about the things that are going to really improve your spirit. All right, to put you in this energy of being enlightened. All right, and have a clear mind and clear, path when it comes to thinking about the things that you want to work on and the things that you want to create in a more positive situation or mindset. All right, you could have been facing some challenges or like some spiritual conflicts, all right, when it comes to maybe competing with your friends, with your social circle, just with this idea of having a certain level of success. All right. So maybe because you were in this energy of feeling like you had to prove yourself, all right, maybe that's the reason why you tried to, you know, take shortcuts when it came on the things that you were working on. All right. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Swords. All right. So it's like you're choosing to move away from a certain way of thinking. All right. You're choosing to communicate with yourself in a more type of energy to where the changes that you're making are going to be beneficial for you. All right, we got a lot of fire energy out here. It's mostly, yeah, it's mostly a lot of things that has to do with your spirit. All right, for the most part, it does look pretty positive, except for you having this failure and this defeat. All right, towards the beginning of the cards. All right, so it's like there's a lot of things within your spirit that is good, that you can create, that you can do, and that you can be. Is this, you have to leave something behind. All right, let's get into these really quick to kind of get a glimpse, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, where's the communication? All right, so the Three of Swords to the Three of Wands is like you balancing out your mental energy and just really taking charge spiritually, all right, in order to be a leader of yourself and the things that you're working on, all right, so that you can see improvement, all right, from whatever heartbreak and loss that you experienced. All right, and then you stepping into this energy of being a King of Wands is bringing you a lot of, achievement, all right, a lot of positive achievement, all right. And then with the Five of Wands under the Queen of Cups, it's like you had to heal yourself from, being in physical activities that were not conducive to your overall mental health and spirit. All right. Getting out of this energy of struggling and being in a sense of competition. All right. Putting yourself in unnecessary external conflicts. All right. We're going to put this on the bottom of the deck, and that is the Seven of Pentacles, all right? So Seven of Pentacles is like maybe you were rushing towards success and victory with the things that you were working on, and that's why you had the failures, all right? But Divine is saying like, okay, within your new season, you're going to be able to plant things, but you're going to have to wait patiently in order for them to come, all right? So first card that popped out was this Devil. And basically when I was saying that there were 15 wands on the table, the Devil card is the 15. So it's like you were stuck in this energy of like being materialistic, all right? Thinking that, having it and getting it in any way that you could, or this was actually in the reverse. All right, so you were thinking that getting it any way that you could would bring you to this, recognition of success. All right, you thought you would be celebrated. All right, but it was really a failure for you because you didn't do the work, honestly. All right, you were in this Devil energy trying to get it in order to look good for friends, family, social circles, society, or whatever. All right, but this Devil energy, all right, you're having to free yourself from that in order to get into this energy of being happy, all right, of being joyful. You have to break the bondage that you have concerning, things that you're attached to spiritually that isn't necessarily helping you to communicate with yourself in a positive manner so that you can expand and grow and move in the right direction. All right, you could be expecting a message from someone, all right, or you could be wanting to give someone a message, all right. You could be wanting to travel, all right. Something could be coming in for you through the mail, through an email, through a text, some sort of conversation. Maybe this is going to be someone to help you see what it is that you need to do in order to make some sort of change so that you can really make better choices, all right, so that you can see life and your decisions, all right, from a higher perspective, all right, and just be able to make logical decisions, all right, from a strong place within, all right, to where you're not having to worry about what other people are going to think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. All right, and then this is going to bring you a sense of new opportunity. This is going to bring you a sense of renewal. All right, so that defeat and that failure that you may have felt with the Six of Wands popping out, your spirit will be renewed. All right, you're going to get new opportunities, new relationships, new connections. All right, you're going to be able to be pretty abundant spiritually, emotionally, in the things that you're wanting to create. All right, it's like you're going to be able to water. You're going to be able to water your new ideas, all right, your new investments, all right. You're going to have the amount of emotions and times and dedication that it's going to take in order for you to plant seeds and allow them to grow and flourish, okay. We're going to do one more clarification because this got really long. We're going to do one more. All right, so we got the Six of Wands in the upright, all right? So it's like having a chance to do something again, all right? You did it the first way, you did it the wrong way, but now you have the opportunity to actually do it the right way, all right? So we have the Death card, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and then the King of Pentacles, all right? So with this being said, it's like you are going to have to allow that old way of getting money, all right, looking for success, looking for acknowledgement, looking for you to be praised, all right. You're gonna have to let that way go, all right. Scheming and scamming, lying and cheating is not the way to go, all right. So let that go, all right. Allow yourself to transform into something new, all right. So with this Three of Wands, it's like now the work that you'll be doing energetically, you could expect, all right, 100% without a doubt, that what's coming back to you is what you deserve. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands out here. All right, so you moving towards a path and a destination that is more righteous is going to put you in the energy of attracting, all right, and becoming somebody who's even more vibrant, all right. It's going to put you in this era of being able to be spiritually protected, all right, spiritually guided, all right. The King and the Queen out here, you could be finding a counterpart, all right, that is going to match your energy because you've made this change, all right. You could be having, you could be in this energy of, actually being a King of Pentacles, all right? Somebody who is very wealthy, who is very generous, who is very established financially, all right? And you could be attracting someone who's going to match you energetically, all right? Who's going to allow you to feel a sort of sense of passion, all right? That's going to keep you going, keep you generating that wealth and that material success and that energetic success, all right? So you just got to do things the right way in order to get that success. And I think the communication in it all is just divine wanting you to know that. But let me look and see. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have Ghost, and it says silence speaks volumes. Sometimes no response is a response, all right? So let's look at these other ones and see what we have going on. All right, so you could have been like socially programmed to think that the way that you were going about your victory and success and gaining your finances was the right way. All right, but divine is saying no, not necessarily. All right, divine is saying you need to trust in divine timing. All right, you need to trust in being on the right path in order to have that sort of protection and that love that you're desiring when it comes to your spirit being celebrated and victorious and your finances being abundant and prosperous. All right, so something about somebody being shy. All right, you could be shy about stepping into this energy of just being in this king of wands energy. All right, you could be shy about the healing journey, or you could just be too shy to say something that's written all over your face to somebody. All right, and then we got explosion. All right, so this is basically essentially saying that you are clearing out a path for you to start something new. All right. All right, so yeah, the explosion is also giving like transformation. All right, and then we have cuffing season out here. All right, so cuffing season. All right, maybe it's like maybe you were doing all of what you was doing in order to impress someone. And maybe that's who you're wanting to communicate to, all right, to let them know that you've changed or that you're on a new journey or something of that nature. All right, so we got cuffing season in front of me, all right? So watch your circle. You could have somebody that's around you that's very two-faced and have a lot of hidden intentions, all right? All right, so we got turn. All right, so party animal, surface level pleasures, all right, frenemy. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have roller coasters. All right, the highs and the lows, the hot and the cold, the offs and the ons. All right. So what I'm getting from these cards that just popped out is like maybe you were in like the nightlife, all right, or just like in some dark energy, and it's like you're ready to move and transform out of that. All right, maybe you're having to communicate to a lot of people like that, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, this isn't gonna be you. All right, so you're ready to move on, all right, with this ship. You're ready to cut ties, you're ready to receive what you need, all right? You're ready to kind of like rebuild, all right? You're ready to rebuild, repair with the hammer coming out. This person is working on a ring, all right? So you're just ready to become fully yourself, like a full circle. You're ready for a full circle moment. All right. Divine is saying you need to do some self-indulgence. All right. You need to really find some time for yourself to heal and do some shadow work. Okay. right, yeah, and then it's real heavy on this partying, all right? So you could have been in that lifestyle, all right? And maybe you were in this lifestyle expecting for that image and that light to bring you a certain amount of success, all right? Maybe you were overindulging financially in this and you took a lot of losses, all right? Which is why you feel defeated and you're wanting to step into a new energy, all right? A new light and move away from this because maybe something happened within the nightlife, all right? Where you did have some sort of betrayal from a friend, all right, in a moment where you thought it was supposed to be all good and fun, but now you're coming to realize that, you know what I'm saying, you got to ghost these certain situations and these certain activities in order for you to become a better person. All right. So someone could be coming in to communicate that to you, or you could, again, just be communicating that to yourself on an internal level. But and that is all I got for this one. I will definitely see you in the next one. Wishing you nothing but peace, love, and prosperity. Bye.